Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing tonight? So today, we're looking at the miniseries, part 2. And what happened in this, part 2 of it? Well, a resistance movement is formed in Los Angeles under the medical scientist Julie Parrish. Visitor descendants, opposing their leader's plans, join their cause to fight the alien oppression by leader John and his right hand, Diana. I'm gonna be honest and say that although I think part 1 is great, I think part 2 is pretty good, but I feel like at the same time, it left me wanting more. I want to know more. I want more. And that I feel like the dramatic aspects of the first part 1 were great, and although the acting in this one, part 2, is great as well.
My dear family, it's painful knowing that I'll not see your faces anymore. But I must take the stand for what I know is right. You may think that an old man wouldn't be afraid to die, but this old man's very frightened. I'm hoping that I'll find a little of your mother's dignity and strength. So far, I'm as frightened as a child who fears the dark.
Well, I do think the acting in this one is great as well. I do think I wish there was more moments of, both of these parts are hour long, almost 2-hour films. I do wish there was more moments, at the beginning, when we saw more riots and all that, of, everything going on. And I can finally see, why people say this is sort of an allegory for, World War II, Nazism, and all that. And that, at one point, there is, a sequence when, some visitors are going around and they say, hey, you're out after curfew, buddy. And then eventually he goes, I'm just trying to find my daughter. I'm trying to, and all that. And eventually he goes, I can help you get your daughter out, but eventually you have to know where the resistance base is. So at first he's I got families, but at the same time, I also have to, do what orders and all that. I have to say. Overall, all I gotta say is episode or part is entertaining. The effects hold up, especially the flying sequences and all that. Whether it is also the moments where, the family is being smuggled out, and all that is also pretty great television. It just makes me wish that, even though, near the end of the part, 2, we get the fact that the visitors slowly decide to say, we're gonna run away, and all that. It does make me wonder, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say, honestly. I think it's great, and I think that the actors are doing good. I do like the fact that ever so often they'll have moments of here's this going on, here's this going on. And I do think the character of Daniel, I believe that was one, when basically he was a convert. Basically, he was a human, and he would go and, like, be involved with the visitors and all that. But it seemed like he, at one point, was letting power go to his head. It's sort of like how, like, I could totally be wrong about this characterization and all that stuff. How in the fact that, like, you know, like he found something that he felt like, I can follow, like, this, like, you know, how, like, something that worked for him, and then he realized, like, say, shoot, well, he didn't really see how they were just using him. I could say that's the exact same thing of how, like, Andrew Tate uses people. And I honestly gotta say the makeup effects are this one are then again, makeup for this miniseries is honestly great in general. And I mean, overall, I can say it's great. I guess the reason why I'm just, like, say, having, like, trouble, like, give as much detail about this, honestly, is in that mostly it's just, like, things go by so quickly that, and as soon as, like, say, as soon as, like, Michael and all them, like, as soon as he is, like, helping out, and he is, like, suddenly, like, being, like, you know, wearing the uniforms and all that stuff, and trying to find his family and all that, it's all very exciting. It makes me think, like, maybe I also want to watch the regular the show that continues it, and as well also look at the 2009 reboot of it. I mean, because overall, everything in this miniseries is honestly great. And I feel like there's so much to talk about in it, but at the same time, I have a feeling y'all wouldn't want to hear me rambling for that long. Y'all think of the part 2 of the miniseries V. But one more final thing I gotta say is, to close this review out, is I gotta say the moment where, I think Abraham's, like, a friend of Abraham, basically when she goes, like, say, for Abraham, and then she throws this, like, a bomb or dynamite into the alien ship.
This one's for Abraham.
Look out, the extinguisher! Get some extinguishers in here!
That is badass, dude. But I can say it's great. I like it.